And I think that their own assessment must have told them that even internally, the Ayatollahs are very weak, and to weaken them now would lead to a regime change. I think there is appetite for diplomacy in the region. There is fatigue. The populations are tired. And we know that the Russian administration led by Vladimir Putin has a soft heart for the Iranian administration. We know that the Chinese have a soft heart for the Iranian administration. We also are aware that the North Koreans have a soft heart for the Iranian administration. If soft-heartedness is equal to being allies, then they are in that region. But we also know, on the other hand, that the state of Israel is almost seen as a pariah state in that neighborhood, and that the only friend they have, real friend, if you may, is the United States of America. Because even Europe has been sending very clear messages to Europe, particularly the Portuguese have spoken, the Spaniards have spoken, the French not as loudly as they should, the Germans have historical baggages so they can't speak about and against Israel. And they are sending one message: don't fight wars on too many fronts. You are fighting in Gaza, you are fighting the Houthis, you are fighting Hezbollah in Lebanon, you are fighting everybody. You can't do this on too many fronts. Whether those messages, blatant and subtle, are being listened to is a totally different debate. But I think that there is the danger which is being seen by the international community. Already we have seen the impact of this particular conflict on the price of oil. And when you talk about the price of oil, everybody is affected. And we also know that that is a very busy area for shipping. So that in terms of the economic impact, the insurance companies all over Europe are beginning to suffer, and the international value chain and food chain, if you may, is being disrupted. So for all those reasons, you can see that there is appetite to ensure that there is a diplomatic solution. You can see the Saudis are making their voices heard, the Qataris are making their voices heard, and all reasonable commentators are sending one clear message: really, let's not continue with this. It can't be resolved otherwise. The situation in the Middle East, and particularly in the context of what is happening now, is dicey. And it is true that from a military perspective, at the end of this particular exercise, when and if there is a ceasefire, commentators will say, but Israel has won anyway. But it is Pyrrhic victory. The cost of that victory, in my view, will be too high. Too high in what sense? Too high because you live in a neighborhood where everybody wants to strangle you. You live in a neighborhood where you cannot do business with your immediate neighbors. And that is not the kind of neighborhood that one wants. It is already a tough neighborhood, even without the war. But remember now that you have a neighborhood where your internal population, you have Hamas, whether you have killed all their leaders, children and women and families have been wiped out, and they exist for only one reason: revenge.